Mm. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just working on some settings here. I'm gonna get this figured out. Not showing me what it should, but basically, I have built QuantCrawler into its own website. Um, I hired a developer, and then I just decided I'm like, you know what? I'm an AI channel. Originally, and then I decided to start making my day trading content too because I saw that people were liking it, and I'm like, I've used AI for years. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. So I built it out. So by the end of this week, it's not gonna be on ChatGPT anymore. It'll be on. I mean, that one will still be there. I'm not gonna take it down, but I'm just not gonna update it. So all the new updates and everything are gonna come on the website, which I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like because I have it hosted locally here. Um, and then I'm testing it right now before I actually put it on the site. I have to make sure it works and there's not going to be any errors and stuff like that. So I figured while I'm doing it, I might as well live test it with you guys so you guys can see it too. Um, I didn't take any trades this morning. We're gonna do some small trades like on micro stuff while we're in here, while I'm testing it. So if you guys want to follow along and watch it, that'd be awesome. Um, if not, that's cool too. Mhm. Right. So let me show you guys what I'll show you what QuantCrawler looks like on the actual site. Oh, here we go. So you can see here, this is what it looks like. We're like I said, we're going to be pushing this to the actual website, and I have QuantCrawler.com as a domain, but it's going to be independent. Just yeah, on its own domain, so you don't need to have if anybody signed up for ChatGPT Plus, the $20 one, to use it, you'll still be able to access the GPT, but this one here is just going to be standalone. The one thing I'm having a hard time with right now is trying to figure out. There is a cost for me to have this up like this, so I'm trying to figure out what to actually have that. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be so expensive that nobody uses it. I also am not. I literally am doing this just to break even. I just don't want to lose money. So, um, the API connections on the back end of it are fairly minimal. Like every image uploaded costs 2 cents. So with over 1,000 chats, if you just took the assumption that there's 1,000 chats, everybody uploaded 3 photos, then that's 6 cents times 1,000. You're looking at like max right there is $60. So it's really not that much to actually run it. Um, but then the goal with it is that you wouldn't have to upload photos anymore. So I'm in talks with Bar Chart right now, is what the name of the company is. They do live futures data, but the problem with that, to have that integrated to where this API will connect on the back end with that one, they charge $2,000 a month for it. So if otherwise you're delayed like 15 minutes, and if you're delayed, there's no point in having a 15-minute delay when you can just upload a 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute chart. So um, I have to try and figure out, like, if I have to spend $2,000 a month to have that API connection, and then it's like 60 to $100 a month in API calls back for everything to run and talk and communicate through here. Like, if I'm $2,100 a month, I just have to figure that out. So that's the part of, like, I mean, I'm a business guy, but the goal wasn't to make money off of this. The goal was to give people a resource to help them make money. And create something cool and give it away for free. So, I have to figure that out. Um, but let me just, I have to figure out this, on YouTube. I have to figure out the chat because I can't see the chat. So if you guys are talking, I can't see it. And YouTube is telling me it's disabled, but I can see it on another browser. So, anyways, I'm working on that. I'm not ignoring you guys. I apologize if it seems like I am. If you guys are talking, I am not ignoring anybody. But let me just show you what this will look like on the website. I'm in Top Step. I'm on the 1 minute chart, micro gold. I'm going to just copy image and paste it here. And then we will do our 5 minute. And I'm going to truncate this down, get as much context in here as we can. Paste that one, and then we're probably going to have to truncate this one too. So there's that one. And then I'm just going to say this is the New York session midday. We'll just leave it at that and send it through. So then this is what it'll look like when it's done. It's telling me right now to stay away. So I guess that's positive. It's a lot of chop you can see here. I kind of assumed it was going to tell me that. Let's look at the 5 minute. The 5 minutes more. You can see we're kind of all over the place. Big ranges, nothing really major happening except for this climb right here. But this is what it looks like. Stay away. If it had a bearish or a bullish call, it would tell you right here. Confidence and reasoning. I need to find one so you guys can see the example because this chart looks really cool when it actually breaks everything out. But this is the thing I like the most down here at the bottom is the catalysts and risks. It's awaiting major economic data releases, market sentiment changes, geopolitical developments. We're talking about gold here, so it knows that. Risk notes, potential for false breakouts, possibility of increased volatility, lack of clear volume commitment. That's just why it's chopping. Like the 1 minute looks awful. So when it says lack of volume, I mean, we're just kind of pinging around. And you can see here too, if you look in the top left underneath MGC Z25, where it says that on the volume section, like 420, 213. I mean, some of these bigger ones, 774, but like for this 1 minute, 135, like there's just not a lot going on right now compared to like if you scroll back to market open right here in this range, there's a lot more going on. But anyways, the other thing I wanted to do, and I don't think it's kind of like a pipe dream, is I had it start including this right here, the news watch list, and I can get an API to connect into the news, but the hard part with that is the news is biased, right? So no matter how it leans, I'm not gonna get fair news. Like one person could say the job report came out, the president's doing a great job, and then it'd be like the job report came out, the president is the worst we've ever had. So like you can't weigh too much into the news because no one really ever gets the straight facts, which sucks. But that's kind of a pipe dream. If I could find something that would just do unbiased financial news, then at that point it would be cool. I just have this here as like a pipe dream though. Probably won't be there when I move it out of this testing environment. But let's see if we can find a chart that'll give us like an actual play so we can see. Let's like go to micro ES. Oops. Yeah, this one will give us something here. So let's do the 1 minute. We'll do the 5 minute. I don't think I did this. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to fix one thing over here. Yeah, cool. So sorry. This one here gave us a setup and a play. So strong upward momentum, long entry zone 6840. So that wants us to correct quite a bit down here. Stop loss 6820. So it's giving us quite a bit of room, but we are on the micro, so it's not like these ticks aren't going to be really expensive. I mean, there's obviously a cost, but breakout price 6856. So if it breaks above this and holds, and it wants our target zone 6870. So I guess I'll just go hypothetical here, and we'll just kind of draw our line and just track it. And then it wanted, where was our stop loss? 6820. So let's see what it does. See if it's right. It still wants us to go in right here, though, if you look at that 6840 to 6850. So I guess technically we could go in right here. I'm not actually going to go in, this time, but I just want to track it because I'm kind of testing this. I need to make sure it's the same consistency. So we'll just say, let's just assume we went in right there. We'll just say we did. See if we hit our take profit or our stop loss. But yeah, I'm going to let that work for a minute. Trying to think of what else I can show you guys on here. It's pretty cool. It's been fun building this. I did a mix of, I have a little bit of coding, a little bit of idea of how to do it. So it wasn't completely foreign to me, but um, I used I used Claude to help me on a couple things like with like the actual design. I wanted something simple and I just am like, hey, give me this color palette and like kind of code stuff like that, which that's not that hard to do. I'm one of those guys that like I'll find a way to mess it up somehow. That's just that's my thing. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell you guys too. When you move on to uh a new chart upload, it removes the old one, but it emails it to you. So you can track, you'll be able to track it, like you'll journal it essentially when you create your account. I should have led with that. That's like one of the coolest things I did is that the minute you go through, like, let me show you an example just so you know exactly what I'm talking about. If we go, we'll just do micro gold again. We'll copy it, paste it. Oops, 15-minute. And then ideally is what I'll do is I'll build out like on the website itself, like on the actual user portal there, it'll just be tracked. Like you'll have a chat, you'll upload, go back to it. And then there's also going to be either on this side or this side, there will be previous charts. And it's going to save it. Like it's not gone, but it looks like it disappears right now because I haven't finished building that out. That's like one of the last things that I need to do for a lot of people journal their trades in the beginning, and even later on they journal them, they track them. But this one, if you made the play, in my head, this is what I'm thinking. You're going to have it like this. Down here, there'll be a green or a red pop up that'll say, like, did you take this trade or did you reject this trade? If you click reject, it will email it to you and just say trade rejected or something like that. So you can then file it away as like proposed trade, didn't take it. Or you can just click the green one that says, I took this trade. It will then email you the charts you uploaded and it will email you this breakdown right here of what it called out. That way, you took it, it worked, it was right. And then that kind of stuff is cool just for tracking long term, right? Like it's cool for me because I can't keep everything in one chat and then track it consistently because it's just like in the past, it's just been on Chat GPT. There's no way. It's just a chat log. Um, but being able to actually track, log, document, journal saves you some time. You can see where you win, see where you lose. Um, yeah, so that's kind of the thought behind that. So again, like I was explaining, you have MES right here, and then we're going to do MGC. It removes that one, so you can't access it again. You'd have to re-upload it just in the test environment. I'll have it set to where you can access it when it goes to the actual website. I think it's still going to tell me to stay away. We should take one of these trades though, just to see. Yeah, still telling me to stay away. But on MES, let's see how we'd be tracking here. We'll look at the 1 minute and get some anxiety. The people who trade off the 1 minute chart, man, I don't know how they do it. It stresses me out so bad. Like I get so much anxiety with ping pong. Like, look at this right here. I'd be ready to hit the hit the flatten button. I'd be out. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not playing this game today. Yeah, man, I don't get it. I don't get why this thing is doing this. Hmm. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure one thing out here. I don't know why it's telling me on my side that chat's disabled and I can't see it. So if you guys are talking, I can't see it. But I want to because I want to answer your questions if you have any, but I not telling me that. Oh, I think that might have just fixed it. All right, I think I fixed it. Somehow it defaulted to the checkbox being that this was made for kids, and apparently chat's disabled on stuff like that. So the chat should work in theory, according to YouTube, in theory. We don't know though. We don't know. Hey, I can see that. Tropics, how you doing? I can see you now. I think that's what it was the oh, the okay, the system works without it, the indicators. So the ones that I have, Panda, the ones that I've done, you don't have those on and it's working fine. Damn, dude, that's awesome. That's made 175 points on NQ. That's insane. That's a hell of a win. That's awesome. Congrats. I'm glad this is working for you. I think you commented on a video the other day. Um, and yeah, it worked. I didn't trade this morning because I was working on this, which sucks, but it's good because I need to get this done, right? Like I want to get. I'm worried this is gonna go away, and so I lost sleep over it last night. I was working on this till like midnight, and I'm like, I need to just get it up and going. I need to not be lazy about it. I was gonna hire a developer and make it big and fancy, and I'm like, I can do that later. I need like so many people are using it that um I don't want it to go away. Like people are using it, people seem to be receiving it well. I have a couple people, you guys can see on the videos, I have a couple people that are like they just don't like it, which whatever. I don't care. I'm a good dude, man. Like I make stuff for free. Like yeah, I it just drives me nuts. But everyone's always got to be a critic, which is cool. Critique all you want because I like the feedback. I'm a positive guy though. You're not going to get me going at you in the chats. I'm not going to fight with anybody. Okay, so took the trade without it, then showed it the replay charts and it took the same. That's awesome. So sweet. I think I'm gonna go live tomorrow too in the morning for trading. I'm really focused on getting this up on its own site just because I think I'm prioritizing this. I've already also taken 2 trades this week. So I normally only have 2 to 3 trades a week that present itself. So I just this morning I'm like I'm gonna skip trading. And yeah, but I already had 2 trades present themselves. I think I'm up a little over 4,500 bucks in 2 days. So I just leave that alone. Yeah, Tropics. The guy. There's one guy, and I actually really like the guy. He was commenting. He's been here since like day one. He was commenting on the day I uploaded QuantCrawler. to YouTube, he commented on it, and I'll find it and show you. It's funny. Um, I forget what he said, because I even made a counter video to him. He's like, "This has to be the dumbest way of trading I've ever seen," or something like that, or the worst way, or I don't know. It's funny. I'll show you. And then I kind of called him out on it, and he's like, "I only said one thing," and so now I like want to be buddies with the guy. Like, I want to talk to him, but I don't think he enjoys me as much as I enjoy him. A bit late, but we have a way to confirm winners and losers. So QuantCrawler has data setups to build on. Let me read that one more time. I want to make sure. A bit late, a way to confirm winners and losers. So yeah. So basically, it's not going to be there right away. This is going to be where I am going to hire a developer on the back end. Disagreeable. Just to respond to you here, there's going to be. I don't know if you were here when I said it, but at the bottom of these, you upload charts. If you were to right now upload another 3 charts, this one will disappear. But we're going to have either a runner on the left, we being me, I'm a one-man show. So we'll either have a runner here or a runner here. You can access previous ones, but like you're not going to have a long chat chain. So once you have this one, it's going to move over. But at the bottom, there's going to be a green button and a red button. Red button will be like, I did not take this trade, or green will say, I did take this trade. And is what'll happen then, it's going to go into its own folder of a trade you took and a trade you didn't take if you just want to filter it out. It's also going to email it to you with a full like journal recap, essentially, where you're going to say, I talked about MGC mid New York session. This was the trade setup. I followed this setup, except maybe I put my entry zone here and my stop loss here, because I don't ever follow this like exactly to a T. Sometimes it sets the stop loss way too aggressive, where like I'm not willing to lose $900 to make $700. Like the swings are out there. So I'll I adjust it. But when you click the green button, it'll email you. You click the red button, it'll email you as well. And then you can see, you'll be able to track internally within a profile on here. And then also via email, like this trade went well, I won, this one lost. So then you see at the end of the week, I used it 10 times, I had 7 wins, 3 losses, or I lost all 10 and this sucks. So you'll be able to track it that way. But I have to work on I'd really like to work on more back end stuff, but that's kind of where like that back end and data management and stuff, that's where I need help. I can do the front end stuff, but the back end analytics and tracking on that side is like, that's where I need someone to help me. So if anyone in the comments has anybody, knows anybody, or is somebody who does back end dev work, email me. My email's on my YouTube channel. It's just automatewithaaron@outlook.com. But yeah, that's where I need to get somebody there. So if anyone knows anyone, let me know. No, Panda, it should work with more. Let's try a 30. If not, I just need to prompt it. I'll give it a 30 on MES. I'll say, can you take into account this 30-minute chart and 1-hour chart? Oh my gosh, sorry. Give me an analysis. Did I paste the 30? No, I didn't. Yeah, so it's going to break that down too. Making comments on the 30 uptrend forming post correction, moving above EMAs, strong upward momentum with higher highs and higher lows, volumes increasing. So yeah, so anything you're uploading into it, it's when I built it, I told it 15, 5-minute, and 1. But I mean, in theory, it shouldn't deny anything. It should figure it out and run what it knows to run off of that. Let's see. Oh, dope. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Um, just in case anybody's joining late, I built QuantCrawler out to its own website. So it's on ChatGPT right now, but by the end of the week, I'm not taking that down. So don't think that it's going away. It's not. I'm gonna try and manage both of them um, for a little bit to kind of transition over to the website just because I can create better things out of just like a GPT you talk to. And if some people just want that, that's fine. But this is going to actually end up being like it's going to be analyzing things. If you say you took the trade, it's going to save it, and then it'll go into, we should eventually be able to create like a win loss percentage. When you click the green button that you took the trade, it'll auto track it, journal it, email you, stuff like that. So, um, so parameters of evaluating a trade tends to change as time goes on during the same chat day, or doesn't matter because you don't take too many trades. Akula, I am like I do one trade a day. And it's normally in the morning. Actually, that's not true. I'm sorry. I do one trade in the New York session for the most part, and that's the opening range break, or with a fair value gap, or if I'm using QuantCrawler, I've only used QuantCrawler um, in the New York session on evaluation accounts on Top Step, like this one here, because I'm still building up with it, and like this one specifically, making sure that everything works right because this is technically a new model on the website. And sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there, but I basically I'm using it in not with real money. I'm not using it on my actual, like, I have an actual brokerage account that I'm not willing to use QuantCrawler on 100% just yet because it's only been out for a week. So until I can journal and prove more consistency, like over a 30, 60, 90-day period, I don't mind using it at all in any way on these Top Step accounts, but I won't do it with my brokerage account. Like my real money, I worked hard to get to then invest. That I only use the opening range break on that one. And you guys probably won't see me trade on that account. I don't think I'm going to put that on any videos or anything like that. I mean, I'll upload proof to people if someone ever calls me out on making money doing it. I have no problem doing that, but um, yeah, you'll see me use QuantCrawler on Top Step. Theodore, the link is if you go to my website, it's aaronandai.com. I can actually show you that. You can just click right here on QuantCrawler and then click this and it'll pull you into ChatGPT. Is what I'm showing you here is I'm actually building this into its own website. So by the end of the week, it'll be on its site. But if you come right here to aaronandai.com, click this, you have to have the $20 a month version of ChatGPT to use the GPTs, I believe, unless they change that. I've just always had the paid version, so um, I haven't ever not been able to use GPTs. But this is how you get to it, and then you just upload the 15-minute, 5-minute, and 1 minute. This one we tested a 30-minute, an hour, and that one worked. Do you have to give the bot screenshots with indicators? No. People in here are saying that they don't use indicators. I have indicators on just here on Top Step. But these are just volume and moving averages and stuff like that. There's not anything, it's not doing anything crucial here, indicator wise. If you trade out of TradingView and you have indicators, it's set up to take some of them into account. Like it identifies when it sees that I upload a fair value gap. Um, so if you have a fair value gap indicator on there, like I use the one by Luxalgo, I think it is. I think that's him, who has it. And yeah, it picks up on that. Tropics, I just do orb trades. Yeah, opening range break and QuantCrawler. I mainly use QuantCrawler just so you guys know, full transparency, because I that's what I try to do. I use QuantCrawler specifically in the Asia session, which for me is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard if you guys are on the East Coast. When the Asia session opens, I use QuantCrawler for gold. That's actually been my most successful time frame to use it, and I think that's because you kind of get the big break. Asia is nothing on volume compared to the New York Open, obviously, but um, you kind of get the big break out the beginning, which sets the tone, and then it either trickles up or trickles down. And on Asia Session Gold, between 5 different trading combine accounts on here and on Apex Trader, I've made probably close to 5 grand. Seen on TV. I've seen your comments a couple of times about EX4 file for MetaTrader, but I've never done that before. I mean, I'll look into it for you, but right now I've been trying to get QuantCrawler up on the website, on its own website. So I will look into it, I promise you, but I don't have an answer to it right now. On if I can't hop in and do it at this exact moment, but I will work on it for you, I promise. It might take me a couple days. Um, have you been trading the 5 minute orb a long time? Made you profitable? Yeah, I've been trading the 5 minute orb. So I'll tell you, when I first started, about, gosh, probably a year and a half ago, when I first started doing that, I was trading the 15-minute orb. There's actually a guy, I totally give him his flowers. I'm not in any way discrediting the guy at all. I never will. I think he's awesome. He's got a YouTube channel on here, and his name is RP Profits. He actually, I learned it from him at the time, just from one of his videos, not him directly. So I don't know the guy that well, but um, he trades. So is what he does is I'll show you. He comes in like this. He goes to ES. Let me move my coffee. Sorry. This is his opening range break strategy. He comes into ES at 8 a.m. because he positions himself on the 8 to 8:15 window like this, because this is when pre-market opens. And when the pre-market opens from, let me just find it again, 8 to 8:15, this is where institutional investors start positioning themselves. So he goes off of their candle because he's like, that's where the big money is going. So if the big money is here early prior to open, they're most likely to defend it. So is what he does. He marks out the 15-minute 8 to 8:15, and again, this is RP Profits. This isn't me. I totally give that guy all the credit for this, because this does work, and I did this for a while too before I went to the 5 minute. But he marks the 8 to 8:15. He waits for a market open at 9:30, and then is what he does is he waits for a break, and then he waits for a retest, and then on the retest he goes in there. So it never retested today. It just climbed. So I would assume he didn't take a trade today. I may be wrong. He may have taken one. He doesn't ever trade live, so you don't know. But is what he taught is mark the 8 to 8:15, wait for a break, wait for a retest, go in and either set your stop loss at the bottom of the zone or the middle of the zone, and it'll go off of that. Or the only other option on things like this, if it's running, he will find what the prior day highs and lows were. I don't know what they were, but let's just say it's this line here. This was the QuantCrawler call, but let's say it's this. He'll play the resistance defense. Essentially, he'll wait until it gets close to this and it pings, and if it drops back down, if it doesn't break resistance, he'll set his. In this point, it would be a short position right here, knowing it's going to retest here and hopefully drop back down because people are going to defend it. He'll do the same thing with the lows, where he'll find the prior day low, and then if it pings it, he'll set his long there in hopes that it's going to recorrect back up. And so I started doing that on the 15-minute orb a while ago, and then I just decided I like doing the 5-minute opening range break with a fair value gap. And from since then, I mean, I have a couple losing days here and there, and a fair value gap doesn't always present itself, but when it does, like I didn't look at the chart today because I was building. So we may have had one today. These are my old lines. Sorry, catch up with you guys. I just saw the last part. Disagreeable of your that says I haven't been able to figure out if you're a tech guy that got into trading or a trader getting into tech. That's funny. I'm a finance major, so I went to the U of O. So, Oregon, by the way. So yeah, I'm an AI guy, man. I like figuring out AI. I like doing it, and I've been day trading, and then I'm like I'm just gonna make content on it and see if it does well, and then that's kind of what's made. When I start talking about trading, that's when the channel, like, people were interested in AI stuff. But I made a video the other day. I had posted like 370 videos, I think, before I hit 1,000 subscribers, and now today, um, yeah, today we're at 1,922. So like in 2 days, I've went up 900 subscribers. So the trading content is where it's at. That's what people want to see. Sorry, I'm gonna catch up, guys. Theodore, what pair should I trade with the QuantCrawler? You can trade anything you want. Um, Most people who are trading futures and things like that, I see doing ES or MES, the micro version of ES, NQ, the micro version of NQ, which is MNQ, and gold, which is GC. If you guys follow people like Sai on here, Trades by Sai, insanely smart guy, um, very wealthy guy too. He trades gold and crypto. He's another really good guy on here. I watched a lot of his stuff. I still watch a lot of his stuff. I don't do his strategy because I'm just a simple guy. I like the opening range break, and his has some layers to it. But a lot of people do his, and they're insanely good. You know, the one thing. This is just a side note, and then I promise I'll catch up on chat. Um, I really, really want to trade how Tori trades with the trend lines. I would love to do trend line trading, but I haven't found a good system for day trading trend lines. I don't know if you can do that or not. So like she has some videos where she does like a trend line trade and it takes like 2 weeks. Like I watched one the other night where she did it on I think it was platinum. I think she trades platinum a lot with trend lines. And I think she said it was an older video like a year ago where she went in and she was in a trade on a based on a trend line. Like I can show you guys. Um, if you've never traded a trend line, it'd be kind of like you find your bottom point right here, and she looks for like 3 touch points that would hit this line. So, let's just say this is down here and this is down here. And then she would go into the trade and it would run for like days and days and days. And when you're doing evaluation accounts, you can't hold overnight. Like, no matter what trades you're in, at 2 p.m., they'll all flatten out. They'll all close. Top Step will close them all. You can't hold overnight. So you can't with evaluation accounts. And that's where I wanted to test it because like, I don't want to put my own money on it. What if I'm wrong? Um, so because it's, I like testing new strategies. I think that's the thing is I have one that works, but I like finding out new stuff. Hey James, I appreciate that, man. Can you use this on the PM session? Yeah, I use it in Asia Gold all the time. That's where I use QuantCrawler this year. That's where I've actually had the most success. Yeah, Jason, that's the plan. Asia Gold. Yep, I agree. Um, I have, yeah, I've had luck with both GC and MGC. I know they're obviously the same, but if I will tell you one piece of advice on trading gold in the Asia session from what I figured out, because I was using QuantCrawler before I released it a week ago, so I've probably been using this for 2 weeks. If it opens up and it's like this right here, and it's just slowly moving, and maybe there's a big uptick and all that, don't go into GC. And I know that's where the money is because that's the bigger contract, but it only takes, like, if you look at, I'm going to give you a real example. Sorry, I'm not going to just talk hypotheticals. I'm going to show you. Let's go back. Shoot, where are we going to go? Goodness gracious. Let's look at this right here. So you can see it just kind of slow ticks, boom, big. And so like this isn't a 5 minute. It's like a little bit, little bit, boom. And it doesn't take much in this time zone when you're in the Asia session. It doesn't take a lot to move a candle like this. So if you are on GC, the full contract, and you're leveraging a lot, it's like it can tick out really quick. Like if you were right here and you had a stop loss here and you think it's going to continue the downward trend, you're going to tick out like 1 minute later. All of a sudden you're out $200. So when it just chops small like this, my recommendation is MGC. And yeah, you might only make, you'll make a fraction of what you would on the full GC contract, but it's just not worth the risk because like in a matter of, this is at 1800 to 1805 in this 5 minutes. If you were just chopping through on GC and you had a short, you go from 39.41 cost to 39.47. You had a $6 raise right here, and that most people would have ticked you out. Yeah, Tropics 2 a.m. your time. Yeah, the time zones, man. I had to correct it because it was like 500 points off on ES. Dope. I'm just reading yours right here. It gets wonky with current price when uploading a TV chart. But all I did was tell it what current price was and it recalculated. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to keep a closer eye on that then too, just to see. Yeah, Millie, platinum and crude oil. Yeah, that's I think it was platinum that I watched. The trend line she had it for like it was like a 13-day trade, which is crazy. Strat is trading around VWAP with the dev bands 1 and 2, basically rubber band back to V. Yeah, I like that. Green Otter. That's cool too. Yeah, that would work. Love to automate. I wonder how you would automate it. Vey, yeah, it does. If you upload charts to it, it will, but I haven't tested it with it. But like I made a video where like cuz you can kind of tell, right? Like with ES futures, NQ futures, SPY and QQQ are going to follow the same because they're all one. They're all just big conglomerations of companies. So like you wouldn't want to do it for this, but like the other day when I was looking at it, SPY was down, QQQ was down, ES was down, and NQ was down. So like if you would have been watching it, you would have seen it opened up. And I also used the opening range break when I tested it too, of like I set my 5 minute opening range break on the options chart. It ticked down below. It created a fair value gap. And then I think it was at like don't quote me on it. I want to say 683. I don't remember what the exact number was. And it dropped like $4 by the end of the day. So if you would have seen that, noticed it, and then bought and gave it to QuantCrawler, and it would have told you to do a put, you would have. I mean, it would have had a $4 drop that day. So it worked for me on ES that day. That's how I know it because I caught that. That was Monday actually. That was my opening range break on the drop. Yeah, Tropics. It was in there. Yep. Horizontal levels are way better. Trend lines are getting you way late in the move. Buy the levels and add to it. That makes sense. I get that, Panda. That would be, yeah, I get that. Horizontal levels. I'd have to look into that more. I don't know what my fascination is with wanting to trade trend levels though. I want to try. I see Tori trades videos and I'm like, man, that I want to do that. But also, maybe I don't. My anxiety, dude, if I was in a 15-day trade, I would never leave my computer. My wife would hate me. Like she already hates that I was up till midnight working on this quant crawler right here. Hey, Skeletor, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we're growing quickly, which is nice. I say we, it's just me. Have you tested it on the orb? Curious if it lines up. I trade the orb, so yeah, a couple people used it yesterday at New York Session Open. I don't use it in the morning. I haven't used it yet. It's not that I won't. It's just I have my strategy that I like. So to like be watching, I do the 5 minute orb with a fair value gap. If I'm watching it and trying to do quant crawling, I'm gonna miss something or get distracted. And when I do the orb, I'm trading my real actual brokerage account with my real money. I'm not trading on funded accounts, so I give that all my attention. But maybe tomorrow, I think I'm gonna live trade tomorrow morning. So I'll probably will. Actually, you know what? I am gonna trade tomorrow morning live. I'll be on at like 6:15 my time, which is 15 minutes before market open. Get a cup of coffee. I'm gonna trade live tomorrow on this Top Step account. This is a brand new Combine account. So I'll trade this one in the morning. I'll probably trade this one Asia session today too on gold. So if you guys want to watch, I'll probably log back in here in a little bit. Yeah, Jason, I don't know if I believe everything Tori says. I kind of got that vibe too. And again, you guys should know this about me. I try to be as respectful as I possibly can all the time. Um, I just, I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna go there. Uh, Akula used QuantCrawler a day or two ago, but now I can't find it via ChatGPT. What's the easiest way? Oh, just come over to my website, aaronandai.com. When you get here, you'll land here and click QuantCrawler, and then you can just click the GPT, and it'll take you there. Also, just so you guys know, I know this is like side note. I am an AI guy, so it would make sense that my name is Automate with Aaron, and that's also my handle on here. But if you guys use ChatGPT and AI stuff, this possibly is my best prompt library I've ever made. You can come in here, get your prompts, like act as a blogging expert, copy this in, tell them what you want to target. So all this is free. You don't pay for every single thing I've made in the last 6 months is free. I don't have any paywall. It's funny, I tell people, if you go to my website and you scroll down here, you can sign up for my weekly newsletter, and I have like over 300 people that have signed up for this, and I don't have a newsletter. I didn't even know this was on here because I built this in Squarespace in like an hour. I didn't even know this was on here until Squarespace emailed me and says, "You've broke 300 subscribers to your news list or your newsletter. Let's build one." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" Hey, Chief, I see that QuantCrawler is still only the cost of Plus subscription. You don't have any plans to change that. So, not a little bit, but there's a reason for it. So stick with me. I'll explain it to you. On ChatGPT, you just have to have Plus to access the GPTs. So that's fine. That's there. I built this that's going to its own website. Um, and there's a cost associated with it for me. So my goal isn't to make money. I'm not getting this to sell it to be like, I'm gonna sell this for $79.99 a month if you want to have access to it. It's literally going to be like $4.99 a month, like $5 cheaper than GPT Plus. And the reason for it is because every time an image gets uploaded, it costs 2 cents. So I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but in 7 days we've had 1,000 chats off of Chat GPT. If everybody on 1,000 chats is uploading at minimum 3 images, it's 6 cents, which would then be $60. And so I'm not doing it to make money, but the intent would be that I don't lose money. Like, I don't want to lose money so everyone else can make money. Like, I'm happy that everyone's making money, but or the people who use it and are making money, I'm happy for you. The people who are losing money, I apologize. I have disclaimers for a reason on here. It's not my fault. But something like that, it's going to be so small that like it's not a for profit. I'm not trying to retire off a QuantCrawler. So yes and no. There may be a cost. I don't know what that is yet. But as what I was explaining in the beginning is this one here this is the one that's going to be on the website. So I'm still working on it. There's a lot of things I still have to add in the next couple days. But I want to get to a point where you can just come in and say, give me the analysis of MGC. And it is linked with bar chart is what my goal is, to just pull live charts in a 15-minute, 5-minute, and a 1-minute. And then you don't have to take images and copy paste and upload them. You just say, I'm trading futures right now, mid New York session. Let me know how MGC is looking on a 15, 5, and 1. It'll go pull it and give you the details live. But to have real-time feeds from bar chart is $2,000 a month. So if you had $2,000 a month there, plus like $60 to $200 there, my out-of-pocket costs are $2,200. At that point, it's like this has to be, depending on the amount of users, $15. But it's never going to be something like, I can 100% guarantee you this will never break $15. Like I would never charge more than $15 because if I have 100 people doing it, that's $1,500. Hopefully that keeps going. Um, like I'm not in it to retire. Um, Let me just pop back up here. Sorry, I'm a talker. If you guys haven't been able to tell by my videos, I ramble. Um, Trade opening London. I'll be giving this a try on GC tomorrow morning. See what it kicks out. Usually get up about 2:45 Florida time. Oh shit. Damn. That's yeah, that's commitment. I've never traded London because I'm always in bed. Like London starts, I think at 11, maybe it's 12. I don't know. Maybe it's 12 actually. If you're getting up at 2:45, then it probably starts at 12 my time. If it opens at 3 a.m., yeah, I'm asleep. No shot. I have 3 kids though, so it's different if you're, you know, it's different if you're single or really committed. So that's what I'd say on that. Um, Crypto, have you or has anyone else tried this on crypto as well? Yeah, I've traded Bitcoin futures on it, but well, micro Bitcoin MBT. We have that on here on Top Step. I traded that in the beginning. I don't it wouldn't work with like meme coins and stuff just because it's too volatile. I think it's like, I mean, that can go from floor to ceiling, back to floor to, second level to ceiling in 4 minutes. So I think it'd be really tough. You need something a little more stable. Bitcoin doesn't move that quick. Ethereum doesn't move that quick. Solana doesn't move that quick. So I don't think you would get major swings that it would be able to predict. Hey, Akuli, you're welcome. Yeah, Panda, have AI write your newsletter. I probably will, but I don't. But that's the thing. I don't want to put out content just to put out content. Like when I decide to make a video, like some days I post 10 videos a day on here, all long form, and I'll just sit here at my computer with my camera on, and I will literally record all day long, throw the videos into CapCut, and edit it. And then I just post them. So sorry if it's annoying, but when I'm like, hey, this would be a cool video idea, I just record it and do it. Um, but I don't want to just put a newsletter out just because, because I don't know what I would say on it. Like, hey, check out QuantCrawler, it's working. Chief, yeah. So unless you use ChatGPT for other items, you wouldn't need Plus. But I'm not going to take it down because I've had a ton of people say they signed up for ChatGPT Plus specifically for QuantCrawler. So it's not going to be going away. The one on ChatGPT, I'm just probably not going to update as regularly as the one on the website because that one's going to have my priority, just getting that one done. But then I'll trail those updates into ChatGPT version as well. But yeah, I'm not going to take it down because like we only opened it a week ago and then a lot of people signed up for Plus just to have it. So I mean, I'd be the reason you'd burn $20 at that point. I'm not going to let that happen. So I'll probably leave that one up either until ChatGPT decides that it doesn't want it on there or till the first of the year. Hey Roman, is your 5 minute orb with 5 minute FVG really making you 15K a month on prop firms? So I trade that on prop firms, but I trade that exclusively in my brokerage account. I have an actual brokerage account that I trade with my own money. That it's like my real funds. I made 5 grand off of prop firms, and then I made about 11 grand. Um, Off of my actual brokerage account. That's where I do, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were in here, but I don't I won't ever trade or show videos of my brokerage account. Just because I'm happy to provide proof to people if you want to see it, but that's just some stuff I'm like, hey, you guys probably won't ever see my wife or my kids, and you probably won't ever see my brokerage account. I don't know. But I'll show you proof if you want. Um, I actually, honestly, I like Apex more because of the integration to TradingView. But Top Step is cheaper. So $49 with Top Step versus I forget what Apex is. I think I want to say it's like 80 or 90, but I like Apex because I like the Tradeovate integration. I like being able to trade that on TradingView. Um, so yeah, but I like Apex just for that specifically. I've also tried I got a free they gave me a free 30 days. Um God, it's like My Funded Next or My Funded, not My Funded Futures. That's a prop firm, but that wasn't the one. I think it's like My Funded Next or something like that. I tried that, but it's a cool platform, but it's $139 a month. It's like I could get three Top Step accounts for basically that price to just have one account that My Funded Next has like tighter restrictions. You have to make more money. You have a smaller drawdown. It's everything about it is more expensive and actually worse than Top Step. Mm. Hey, David, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, man, I just try to be straightforward, try to be a good person, try to help everybody. No reason that everybody can't eat. There are a lot of people that hide stuff behind a paywall. Like I, I think is what motivated me to start making content is that I didn't want to I like I would find somebody I like and then I would click on their profile and it'd be like sign up for my one-on-one. It's $999. And I'm like, dude, there are very few people in this world where I'm going to pay $1,000 to talk to you. And it's certainly not going to be someone talking about trading. I mean, no disrespect to anybody, but I don't care how much money you make in trading. You're not worth $1,000 for an hour conversation. Uh, Spend $1,000 an hour to talk to somebody. It better be like Patrick Bet David or somebody like that. But I think he charges like $1 million, something stupid. I'm not paying to talk to somebody. Um, Oh, cool. Yeah, one of those people who signed up for Plus because of you. Yeah, like I said, it wouldn't be fair if I took it down. I get everybody on there, they pay for Chat GPT Plus because they want to use it, and then I'm like, I'm out. Oh yeah, Skeletor, Take Profit Trader. That I've heard of them. I've never used them. Let me know how that goes. I know a lot of people. I see a lot of videos of Take Profit Trader though. So I know that a lot of people are using that one. Um, let's go back to our. I marked out MGC because I wanted to test what QuantCrawler was saying, but oh, did I delete my lines or were we on MES? Oh, here we go. So I can't see our old chart because I moved away from it. Dang it, I shouldn't have done that. You guys were here in the beginning. It told us to enter right here at the green line, and then this was our stop loss, and this was going to be our take profit. And I'm not actually doing it with this account. I just was trying to test what it was giving me on the actual website so I could see. So, I mean, I guess technically we would have entered in. Um, we would have hit that, but this is, I'll label it so we know. My goodness. So again, this is just testing QuantCrawler, what it gave me earlier on MES. Because yeah, right now I know that the GPT is doing fairly well, but I need to check what the website is doing. And again, if you guys weren't here in the beginning, I've built QuantCrawler out to a website, or I built the app to then be on the website, which is going to be coming in the next few days. A couple other things that we're going to do. There'll be a chat tracker over here because once you put new charts in, this one disappears. So that'll be on the left hand side, and then down here there will be a green and a red button, and the green button will say take trade, or I took this trade. The red one will say I did not take this trade, and then it will go into its own. It'll still be over here on the left, but it'll also be, there will be a back end user section where you'll be able to track, like, say, I took that trade. It will filter in there to trades you took, trades you passed on, and then it'll also send you an email. So you'll be able to journal essentially without actually having to journal or write anything down. You'll be able to see the ones you took, the ones you passed, and yeah, so. Yeah, disagreeable. I was considering buying a course for 1K. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that some of them work, but I also $1,000. I think people weigh like what their courses should be. Like again, I know there's good courses out there, but I think some people weigh of like you pay $1,000 for my course, you could make $10,000, so that means it's worth 1,000. It's like, well, what if I spend $1,000 on your course and I make $100? Like, or what if I make 1,100? I spend 1,000 to net $100. I mean, the ones actually that really piss me off the most are the people who are like, buy my course and it's going to teach you how to go viral, and or buy my course if you want to learn how to do this, and it's literally just a course teaching you about, like, if you build a course just like the course you just bought that teaches people how to build a course. It's like the old Amway scam, right? Like everyone had Amway trickle down. It's like, yeah, buy a course to learn how to make a course to sell a course. It was like not happening. Make 29 bucks a pop. Quoted like 10K before. My goodness. Do I need to Do I need to start selling stuff for like 20 grand? Is that what you guys are telling me? 20K. If you want QuantCrawler, $20,000. Clip that and put it out there. 20 grand. Aaron's only in it for the money. You know him. Roman, no, I trade. Well, primarily, yeah. I'd say 95% of my trades are ES. I don't really like NQ because it can swing so quick, so fast. Like it can be, to me, it can be way more volatile. I know the ES can do the same, but I don't trade NQ too often. Um, I get a wild hair, or if like, basically I trade NQ if I have like 2 losing days on ES and then NQ presents itself. I'm like, all right, prove me right, and it never does. So, hey Ultron, how you doing? Yeah, crypto, you're welcome. Try it out on Kraken's funded account. Uh, I've never heard of Kraken's funded account. Is that new? Maybe I just missed it. Yeah, PSP, you're welcome. Like the way QuantCrawler is analyzing. That's awesome. Yeah, I've had luck with it. Other people have had luck with it too. So Ultron, no, I don't have a Discord yet, but I actually I've been talked to about that. People email me on that. Um, Here, I'll tell you the problem is I use Discord. You guys can probably see I have Discord running down here, but like I join servers, but I've never built a Discord server. I've never had to manage a Discord server, and um, yeah, so I don't have one yet. I probably should get one, but yeah, I don't have it yet. Ultron, at one point, I mean, at some point when I go that route, I will be looking for a mod, and I'm happy to talk to you about it. But is what would really help me the most is if you know somebody who builds out Discords at a reasonable price. Like I don't mind paying for something, but I also like, kind of like we were talking about with the courses. I don't want to spend $1,000 to have a Discord built out. I'd rather try and figure it out myself. Panda NQ is the bomb. Yeah. PB trade mentorship is 5K. That's wild. I'll do it for free. Don't email me. I'm not mentoring anyone. I'm just kidding. Will the access to the site be free, Theodore? This one right here most likely will have a small cost, and by small I mean very small. I'm still trying to figure out that number because earlier in the live I was explaining when it's on its own website, you have to have API calls to actually get everything there, whether it's to AIs or to like bar chart. To get live futures data is $2,000 a month. And they seem to be the only one that will provide futures data. I looked up a ton of companies last night. to try and see, and I signed up for some, and then it said, oh, you can get futures on the paid version. So I think last night I spent $190 signing up for all these stupid websites that say they have futures data, and none of them actually did. It said, oh, you paid for it, but it's coming soon. I'm like, dude, come on, I don't fucking need coming soon. Give me that. So bar chart is the only confirmed one that has the data I'm looking for, but it's $2,000 a month. So long story short, I already gave you the long story, but I'm not in this to make money. I'm not trying to retire off of it. I'm just trying to not lose money. So if you didn't have bar chart, you wouldn't, or if you did have bar chart, you wouldn't have to upload charts. You could come in here and just type in uh, analyze ES on the 15-minute, 5-minute and 1-minute, and then send it through. And then its API will pull those charts in like all the data, like you'd say for this opening session or whatever. Right now it's not going to do anything, so I'm not going to try it, but it would pull what you're asking since the New York Open, and it would analyze it. There's a cost for that. And then every image that gets uploaded is 2 cents an image. We've already had over 1,000 chats in 7 days on ChatGPT. So if you take that as 3 images on 1,000 chats, that's 6 cents. That's $60. So it's not like the price would probably be $4.99, or if we go the route where we integrate with bar chart, probably $14.99, because at that point I'm out $2,100 a month, and it's not like, oh, poor me, like, yeah, it's a program and a business and whatever. I just don't want to lose money. I like people making money, but I don't want to lose money so everyone else can make money. So that's the thought process in my little tiny head. Live futures data is $15 max. Send it to me, because I looked. Live future data isn't $15 max with the amount of API calls that are going to be happening. If you have 1,000 chats in 7 days, you're going to be capped, and they're hourly capped. I looked into it. So it's like I could get 100 an hour for X amount of dollars. If you know somebody that does live future data for $15 max and it can handle up to 1,000 calls an hour, send it to me, please, because I can't find it. Just pay an Apex account at 80% on Trade of 8, connect it to TradingView, and extract the data each 1 or 2 minutes from TradingView. Oh, my email, PSP, it's just automatewithaaron@outlook.com. I don't know if it's on my website. You can also DM me on Instagram or TikTok right here off the website. It's just aaronandai.com. But hey, I'm going back to it. Smart data. I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, but if you really can get future data for $15, send it to me, because I need it. That's what I'm waiting on. But yeah, bar chart wants $1,999 a month for I think it's 3,000 API calls an hour, something like that. It's crazy. Roman, my RR is a 1 to 2 normally, unless it just seems like a wild day. Every once in a while I'll go 1 to 2, and then I'll trail my my stop loss essentially into a stop profit, and then I'll just let it run. If I get up to like if I'm up 1, so risk 500. If I get up to 500 positive and it keeps running, I'll drag it up to 500 and let it just run the day. Jason, if you gave it more info, like FRVP, I mean, the more info you give it, the better, but you would have to specify to it that you want it to take it into account, because right now it's not supposed to be taking any indicators into account, but I think it does. It just doesn't say it, but I would assume the more info you give it, the better, and I would just tell it. Yeah, Ultron, send me an email. Let's just connect, and if something works out, great. If not, that's fine too. Automatewithaaron@outlook.com. Made 5K off of one 50K Top Step account. No, I have. When I did that, they were copy trading each other. So I had 3 accounts copy trading each other. PSP, I tried TradingView to get it set up, and there wasn't an option for it, unless I just missed it. I was all over TradingView last night trying to find it because I thought that's what I do. I thought it was going to be easy. I'm like, surely TradingView will have to have an API that I can just use. And yeah, Ultron, DM is fine on Instagram. I would come right through to my phone right away. Jason, yeah. So I've tried to make indicators. I also worked with ChatGPT a little bit about strategy and back testing, or building a strategy in Pine Editor, or for Pine Editor in TradingView, and it broke every single time ChatGPT tried to build it for me. And I put it into Claude one time, and Claude perfected it in like 30 seconds and fixed it. So if you were going to do that, I would use Claude. But if you don't know how to build it, I'd never built an indicator before, so I was just like, oh, I'll just use AI for it. And ChatGPT failed, and Claude won. Ahmed, it should work on anything that you give it a chart to. It's just if you oh, DeepSeek, yeah, I like DeepSeek. I haven't used it as much, but Ahmed, anything you give it a chart to, it should analyze it. It's built to just be a chart analyst. It's not designed specifically for just futures. So if you take a 15, 5, and 1 minute chart and upload it, it should analyze it. But it may just, the verbiage may be different because it is structured to say long, short, or stay away. So um, the verbiage might be different. It's not geared for anything else, but it's not that it wouldn't work either. Yeah, Jason, I I just actually downloaded DeepSeek, probably, or well, created an account on DeepSeek probably gosh, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I had never used it before, but it's kind of weird. I don't know what actually took YouTube so long for me to like start building a channel, because I started on TikTok, just doing AI videos, and that was in July. And I think I have almost 50,000 followers on there, and everybody would say use Grok. Like, you got to use Grok, you got to use DeepSeek, ChatGPT's trash, don't use anything else. And so it was everywhere. And I've used Grok before. Um, kind of went away from it after its little outburst it had. Not because it bothered me. I just am like, something like that's gonna happen. What else is gonna happen? I'm like, I don't know. They got to write that ship. But um, yeah. And then everyone was saying DeepSeek, and they're like, and it's free. So I started messing around with it a little bit ago. Oh, Roman. Okay, I see what you're saying. What's my RR for the entire month on average? Like, how many wins, losses with a 2R system? So, in the month of October, I only took 11 trades, and I was 6 for 11. So I lost five, won six. But on my rate of return, when I'm doing 500 to make 1,000, I mean, I made money. I didn't make a ridiculous amount of money. Um, yeah, but 11 trades, 6 wins, 5 losses. DeepSeek is good, but you can't upload chart images. Can you upload any images to DeepSeek? I've never tried any of that. I haven't used any of that. That's another thing too. Like Roman, since you kind of brought that up, you guys are trading. I don't trade every single day. Like, it's crazy to me to think that people will say, I trade 5 days a week. I'm like, not profitably, you don't. It's like, there's no way. If there's a system where 5 days a week you can be profitable, 5 days a week consistently, then that's awesome, and I would love to see it because I don't think that's true. I'm not discrediting anybody. Maybe it is, but like I I trade 2-3 days a week, like because my trade doesn't always present itself like opening range break with a fair value gap. When that fair value gap is there, then I go in, whether it's bullish or bearish. So like I was just telling Roman, I took 11 trades in the month of October, but at a 1 to 2 risk to reward, I made money. I don't like you don't have to when you wake up and you're like, all right, today's trading day. Like I wake up excited to trade, ready to go. But if I'm like, I gotta make a trade today, I gotta make money, and like I have to get in there and get going, you're just gambling. And some people are insanely good at gambling. But I don't think there's any strategy that truly sees their read play out 5 days a week. So in the month of October, I almost traded 3 days a week on average. But there's not every day that ES opens up, has a breakout, has a fair value gap, and then is ready to go. And 5 of those days were that I lost were like I had 3 in a row. Like one week entirely, I just lost all week long. Like I don't remember when it was, but it was like a Monday. Pissed me off. And then it was like a Wednesday and a Thursday or something like that. ICT is the way. I hear a lot about ICT. We trade 5 days a week with ICT profitably, Perry. I'm not calling you out. I'm just wondering. So like if that's the case, then that would mean you have 20 trading days available on average in a month. And if you're profitable all 20 days, just making an absolute killing. I know a lot of people who have traded ICT. I see a lot of videos on it too, and that's awesome, Perry. Um, yeah, I don't have I don't have that. So that's great. That'd be cool. Makes a lot of ICT into what I do. That's where the best opportunities are. Yeah, I could see that. I just don't like I like I told you guys in the beginning, I just like simple. I'm like, if this does this and then this does this, then this means this is gonna happen over here. I'm like, dude, if I have to track 4, 5, 6 things, I don't need a whole bunch of what ifs and what if this happens? What if that happens? And then if this happens, then that's gonna happen. It's just I don't know, man. All right. I'm gonna run another one of these and see. Let's see if gold's oh, what did I do? There we go. See if it likes gold any better. I've just been sitting here talking to you guys. I'm not used to going live. This is the first time I went live on YouTube, so I feel like I'm just hanging out with the boys, talking away. You see late, mid to late session. Let's see what it does. Nice, Jason. I like that. Trade the orb, but I use HTF ICT context and use LT. Yeah, I like that too. Oh, so this is new. In here that the I think I updated the GPT on Chat GPT to show this as well. But right here, it's going to give you a warning sign, and then it's going to say conditional analysis 2 to 3 confluence. So one of these charts doesn't line up. So sideways consolidation, stay away. Confidence and reasoning, breakout price 4,000. Confidence is 50%. So I've told it when only one, or if not all the charts are in line, that it needs to very clearly state that like the 15-minute is off. which is right here. 1 minute and 5 minute charts, choppy sideways price action, no clear trend. And then the one that is off is not in sync with it is the 15. So, and it adjusts the confidence factor for that. It wasn't doing that prior. It was just giving its confidence level based on the information it was finding out. So I told it needs to account for it. So yeah. Oh, hey, dope. Sorry, I saw your email, or I'm sorry, I saw your message earlier and I forgot to reply to you. I apologize. Yeah, I will. I see it right here. I actually see it on my phone. Um, cool. Yeah, I will. I'll read that and get back with you here shortly whenever I end this and probably have some lunch. I'm probably gonna. We'll probably be on another 30 minutes or so, and then break for lunch and stuff like that. And probably get back on for Asia session. But I will read that and I will get back with you. Yeah, Jason, that is funny. He says I love how it's so easy to make money in the market. So many ways to make money in the market, and people could take the same trade and see completely different things. Yeah, which is crazy. Is like, yeah, wild. Bunch of different ways to make it happen. Prestige, the prompt for the earlier GPT. I can show you how to get to it, but I can't give you the prompt for it. No, that's going to be proprietary to this. But if you want to get to it, you can go to aaronandai.com. It's completely free. There's no sign up. Just click QuantCrawler and go here. Um, but ChatGPT and everything is also coded not to give the prompt out. So sorry. I have a clone of the earlier version before the update. If you just want the old version, I could put that one live. If you don't like the update that I did yesterday on it, I can roll it back on a different version. Based on hard data. Yeah, Ad Warrior, I'll leave this live stream up. Yeah, it'll stay on the channel. Thanks, Chief. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I'm just one of those guys. I like to build. I like to help people. Um, yeah, world's expensive enough, man. If you can learn some stuff, you can make some money. You can share it with people. Why not? Not everything's got to be behind a paywall. Like, and that's the other thing too. That's just a side note on this because this I get passionate about talking about this specifically. Like, if you know how to trade, you should already be making enough money where you don't need to sell a course, right? Like, you don't need to sell anything. Like, if I would Astro no, I did not trade this morning because I was building out QuantCrawler onto its own site. Um, if you don't want to share this, it's okay, but I'm really interested in how you train ChatGPT to create QuantCrawler. I Smart data, I can tell you this. Have I don't have any special training or special set of skills. Um, I There's a method that goes into a correct prompt, and this is the AI side of my brain. So you you can code anything you want with any AI model. So here it is. If you go to write a prompt and it has the opening line as the role, you have to tell AI how you want it to act. Like, and I have a video on my channel before I started the trading stuff that goes over a prompt breakdown. So when you go into any AI, it has to have a role. You have to tell it how you want it to act. I want you to act as a quant data analyst. Number two, what's the goal? I want to build a blank. So act as a quant analyst, build a blank. Then you have to give it some context. Like, the reason for this is because X. I need it to be here. And then the constraints, don't do this, stay within this frame. So a role, a goal, context, constraints, and how you want the output. Do you want it to create a CSV for you? Do you want bullet points? Do you want blah, blah, blah? So, like, those are the 5 things of a prompt. I have a video on it. Scroll way back to the beginning of my long form videos. You'll see it. Um, it's only got like 400 views, but if you give a prompt a role, a goal, context, constraints, and output, those are the 5 pieces of the prompt framework that work. So you can make anything you want if you just do those things. Like, it'd be better than going in and just saying, using it like Google, right? If you use AI like Google, you're going to get Google results. If you structure and frame a prompt correctly, you're going to get 50 times the output of what you're looking for. So you could build whatever you want. Use those again. I'll just repeat them one more time. The video again is on here. Give it a role, give it a goal, give it some context of what you're trying to achieve, give it some constraints. Don't go out of this. This is exactly what I need, and the output you want it in bullet points or an Excel sheet. Um, Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat, guys. Give me just a second. Oh, let me pop this back down to the 1 minute. If we would have taken this trade that it told us to, man, we would have just been chopping. Ahmed, will I make Autobot trading based on this? No. That's over my head. Um, Also, I think with a, I think you could create a bot with it, um, but I think you have to have the human side involved. I know that you can automate it. I know that you could create a bot. Um, I don't think you would want to do that because there's just no, if it messes up, it's messing up money. Like, that's the problem. But I will say this, the best thing that could happen to trading would be you create a bot. And the main reason for it is because there's no emotion. Like, if I were seeing this right here and we were in this trade, I would have anxiety. I would probably, like, if we entered right here with a take profit and a stop loss, I'd be happy about here and I'd be pissed off about here, and I'd be happy here and then I'd be pissed, and then I'm happy and then I'm probably going to be pissed again in a couple minutes. Like, if you have a bot with no emotion, no care, no, I have to make at least $75 today. Like, everyone in the back of their head always has something like, I have to make this today. If you have an emotionless bot that completely runs everything, um, it could be insanely good. I don't think I would trust it. Like, I don't even trust QuantCrawler 100%. Like, it tells me to set my stop losses way low, and it's like, if you realized that my stop loss was going to have me losing $1,300 to make $700, you would realize that's insane. So I even make adjustments with that. Like, I trust what it's telling me in the direction and where I should go and like the take profit range, but I still put some of my own twist on it because I have to. Studio, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks, man. Um, Dominic, brand new to all this. Since algorithm threw me away. I've subscribed, trying to follow along, but I'm very new. All content is appreciated. Yeah, no, absolutely. The best one, Dominic, would be the video that I made last night. It's like 21 minutes long. It literally goes from like brand new account, logging into Top Step and making it, then into TradingView, registering it, the plan that I'm on, the plan you should take, how to set up your indicators, how to read a chart. It's the most simple one I could think because that's what I was looking for in the very beginning and I couldn't find it. So I tried to make it, tried to remember back, year and a half, 2 years ago, um, to be like, what would have helped me at that time. And I was hoping that video's it. Disagreeable. I'm late, but I'm just seeing this. When you're getting course money on top of your trading, you can full port once a month, zero risk. That's true. Yeah, if you have 10 people a month paying you $1,000 for an hour of your time for your one-on-one course, yeah, you could throw 10 grand on anything. Smart data, you're welcome. Yeah, Mira, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't. I've been very transparent from the beginning. I don't, I don't need to make money off of it. To tell you guys the rest of my background, in case you don't know, I actually for like 15 years I've been a mortgage broker. So I got my degree in finance and then I've been in real estate. So if you guys know anything about real estate, every avenue and every aspect of real estate pays really well. And it has for like 15 years. So it's not my go-to anymore though. I don't like the stress of it. Like how you don't sell like people who are not trying to target you as customers instead of genuinely helping. Yeah, that's the angle. Just yeah, I don't need to. I've never understood creating an audience. Or that sounds so bad. Not creating an audience, building a community. There we go. Building a community that you want to then earn their trust and then exploit them for funds. I mean, I know that business is business. I get it, but um, yeah, man, exploiting people that trust you for their money so you can make money. Not for me. Orb is the most mechanical system there is. Has to be the easiest to bot. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, there's not much to that one, huh? That's probably the most uh, like I could imagine coding that one. It's like, okay, here's the opening range break. If price goes here, do this. If price goes down, do this. Like that's it doesn't get trading versus real estate full time, Ahmed. Depends on what you're asking. If you're asking money, depends on how good you are at trading. If you're asking about real estate, also depends on how good you are at real estate. I I'm not ever going to go into my finances too much, but I can tell you this. I've been in real estate for 15 years on the lending side. And the only year that I did not make at least $150,000 was year one. So depends on if trading passes out or not. Haven't had any issues. So that would be all I can comment on that. How often do I get updates from QuantCrawler? I just did the first update yesterday after 7 days. Marty, sorry, replying to you, I meant to mention that. Thank you, by the way, for the comment. I updated it yesterday, last night, to version 1.5. This one here technically is version 1.6 because I did make small changes, nothing major that would affect the GPT that's on Chat GPT right now. But I did I've done 2 updates in 2 days. That's not the plan though. Probably a weekly, just like quality of life stuff, and getting feedback from you guys who use it is how I'm going to do that. So I need a feedback system. That's I was working on that this morning before I went live, but I didn't think you guys want to sit here and see me code and do that. Instead, I don't know why I didn't just do that. Instead, I'm just talking. Maybe tomorrow we'll do some updates you guys can see, and maybe it'll inspire you to build something. So maybe I'll show you that. Tell QuantCrawler to weed out trades that are less than 1 to 1 to free. Yeah, I can do that. That actually, I've thought about that. Like if it doesn't see, because here's disagreeable. Here's what I was thinking this morning. And I tried to implement it on the copy of QuantCrawler that I have, but it broke. So I had to revert it. But I need to tell it somewhere that it needs to analyze the tick size and the cost associated with a tick, and then it needs to calculate, if you say I'm only willing to risk $100 on this, where should my stop loss and where should my take profit be? So I woke up this morning and I'm like, why have I not done that? Like, if it's MGC versus GC, that's a massive difference. NQ versus MNQ, that's a massive swing as far as cost goes. So if it breaks down the tick size, because it can very easily figure out what the cost of a tick is on a micro or a full scale, and then you say, I don't want to risk more than $100, 150, $200, whatever. It sets your stop loss where you want it to be, and it sets your take profit at a 1 to 2 risk to reward, or whatever risk to reward you tell it. That is coming. And yeah, I woke up this morning. I'm like, what an idiot! Why would I not have done that already? Like, that should have been like one of the first things I did. Like, so I'm working on that. I'll probably have that done late tonight after dinner. I'll sit down and work on it a little bit. Yeah, studio, even running a bot, you still need oversight. I agree with that. Wanted to make a bot out of the orb indicator I made with DeepSeek, but I'm always refining and I don't know if I trust it. Yeah. I've even got some indicators from Top Step where I'm like, or not Top Step, I'm sorry, TradingView, where I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe. Maybe this is wrong. Hi. How often do you plan on being live? Because I don't want to join late again. Well, just so you know, all of this is going to be recorded. I'm not going to take this down. It'll be public, so it'll be on my channel. But I don't know. So I've said in a couple videos I want to go live, but I'm on the West Coast, so like New York session opens at 6:30. But I have 3 kids. So I have I have 3 girls. So I have a high school daughter, I have a middle school daughter, and I have an elementary school daughter. And the older two have to be out of the house like 7:15 to 7:25, and then the 6-year-old goes to school at like 8:15. So logistically, I can't leave that all to my wife to be live in the morning. But it'll probably be in the mornings. But I do want to catch like some opening range or opening session. Like tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go live at 6:15 my time, 9:15 East Coast. Just because I want to do Top Step live in the morning with QuantCrawler and see what it does, and probably even do the opening range break test on Top Step in the morning. Ahmed, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Yep, Jason, girl dads, man. It's the best. It softens you up quick though, man. Like big time. I used to think that I was like nothing's gonna phase me. Dude, seeing your little kid get hurt and hearing that little girl cry. Oh, talk about like, I'm like, oh, honey, did that park bench hurt you? Do you want me to absolutely tear it apart? Because I will. You just tell me you want me to. Bring something different out in you, man. Just got here. You actually making a living using QuantCrawler? I don't use QuantCrawler 100% exclusively as my strategy dynamics. I use it to supplement, and I'm using it in these combine accounts. So making a living doing it, definitely not, because I don't make any money doing it for QuantCrawler. But my combine accounts are, we're working on it. See right here, we would have went in. This was our take profit and stop loss, but after a while, this somehow needs to invalidate, right? Like we ran the chart like back here somewhere. So, um, I make a living doing trading and real estate though. Yeah. Lerados Universe. Yes, it will be saved on my channel. I'm not gonna delete it. What is the name of my template on TradingView? What do you mean? Like my indicators? Is that what you're referring to? Ahmed, yeah, I think I am gonna go into Asia session. Um, I just need to see logistically if I can today or if that's gonna be tomorrow. So, it may be tomorrow. I can show you my Oh yeah, Lagaria. I'm trying to see what is the pair on the chart. I wrote MES but couldn't find it. Yeah, it's just MES right here on Top Step. Depends on where you're looking for it. If it's a futures or like commodities, so if you don't want to have like stock selected or anything like that, it may not filter if you have the wrong tab selected. I can show you guys the indicators. I have a video on this as well, so you don't have to do these live or anything. It'll also be saved in this video. But these are the ones that I use right here. On TradingView when I'm doing the opening range break. This one is by far the best. Let me actually clear all of these, and then I'll just I'll add them one by one so you guys can see them. So volume and the VWAP session, if you click indicators in whatever platform you're using, if it has it, is under technicals. It's not actually an indicator. So technicals, and then you just type in volume. And volume is right here, and then volume weighted average price. That's the VWAP. So I have those added. And the VWAP are these lines right here, the weighted average price, and respectively green, blue, green. Then when I'm doing the fair value gap, I'm on the 5-minute chart indicators, and I use this fair value gap right here by Lux Algo. Actually, most of my stuff is from him or them. You add that one, and then that creates these fair value gaps right here automatically, so you don't have to. Excuse me, sorry. I've mentioned this a couple of times too. In case you guys don't know and you don't want to run an indicator, or like in Top Step, they don't have a fair value gap indicator, so you have to draw them yourself, or you have to watch the chart here and go back to it here. A fair value gap it's a 3-candle cluster, and it's where the top wick crosses over the body of the next candle, and then on the third one, the bottom wick also touches the body. That's why this fair value gap is right here, and it works both ways. You can see up here, the bottom of this wick is overlapping with this body, and the upper wick of the third one is overlapping with the body, creating that fair value gap. And essentially, it means that price moves so fast, so quick during this time that the opposite side, like this one, the sellers weren't able to reclaim it. So there's essentially liquidity sitting right here. That's what this is. So my other indicator is this key levels right here by Liquid Trader. And you can set this for any session. So those of you who have been talking about London and Asia session and stuff like that, you can come in here and go to your settings. And when this first starts, excuse me, no matter what, all of these boxes are checked. You just want to uncheck them. You click opening range. And then if you want to do the opening range 15-minute or 5-minute, whatever, like I do the 5. And then I scroll down to the bottom. And right here, my time zone is New York. It's set to 9:30 open, and it closes at 1600. So it automatically, every morning when the first 5-minute candle closes, it just scopes this out for me. Like, this is my opening range break high. So right here, my strategy on the 5-minute is this. This is our break. Oh, I just said we disconnected. Are you guys still there? OBS told me we disconnected, so. But this is my opening range right here. And so it kind of chopped for a little bit, then it broke above and created this fair value gap. So then right here, it made another fair value gap and it trended up. So at this point, I would have made an entry. Well, ideally, I would have made an entry down here, but I would have wanted to wait for this candle to close unless it's really going like it was here. I probably would have tried to go in like, sorry, Jason, I'm just reading that real quick. Send you. Yeah, you can, let's see, how would you send it? You can email it to me or email me the link. I'd love to look at it. My email is just automate.with.aaron@outlook.com. But yeah, so like on this one, this indicator key levels marks out your 5-minute break or your opening range break, high and low, sorry, of the 5-minute. And then I look for a fair value gap right here. If I wouldn't have been building QuantCrawler this morning on NQ and I would have been looking at, I would have went in somewhere around here. Long, let's just say we go in the middle. We land somewhere right here. And I would have set my stop loss at the top of the opening range break, and that would have been 54. So I would have wanted 100 and we'll say 110. And then we would have just waited and it would have ticked. We would have touched the zone again right here. It would have chopped around, and then right here it would have broke out, and that would have been my take profit. I would have hit it on a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So those are the indicators I use to do that. There's only these 4. And volume and weighted average price really don't count as an indicator. So it's just these 2. The other ones you can do if you're getting to, if you really want to get like kind of choppy, you can do support and resistance levels. So this would be support, this would be resistance. When they establish new ones, you'll see where the highs and lows are over a given session. I don't really run that anymore. I keep it just for when I'm looking at stuff. Boba, what time of day do you take the screenshots to input into crawler if you're doing 5 minute orb? I don't use QuantCrawler when I do the 5 minute orb. I just know that strategy. So I don't use it for that. I use it just randomly throughout the day. Asia Session Gold is where I use it the most. I think I found you when you had like 100 subs. This is incredible. Happy for you. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, man, I appreciate that a lot. I didn't know if this was gonna happen or not. It's it's really cool. I made a video on Monday of us hitting 1,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure actually doing this with you guys, I've hit 2,000. Um, oh no, not yet, but we're close. You can see here, 1954. So, yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's been a lot of fun. So we've almost doubled in 2 days. So, um, yeah, it's great. I appreciate the support, man. Um, do I have any copy signal profile in any broker? I mean, I copy trade my own accounts, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. What time of day do you take the screenshots? Oh, yeah, sorry, I read that one. I don't do that on the orb. Plots the high and low. Signals high breaks. Oh, that's cool, Jason. I like that. I'd love to look at that. Yeah, automate with Aaron at outlook.com. You would do the picks when. Boba, anytime you're trading the Asia session, if you do it right at open, it's always more volatile. So that's the one thing with QuantCrawler that I'm realizing is if you use it at like the open of a session, it it doesn't know the amount of volume because like if you guys look at where the mouse is, like keep your eye on this volume section up here. When I hover the mouse over it, 37.93K, 32. Like when you take a screenshot, it can't see that except it can see this down here, but it can't put a number on that as to what it is, like how much that is. Like this could be $10 and this could be $4 and it wouldn't know the difference. Um, so 37.93, 32, 26, and we're just tapering down, and then like right here, 18, all the way up here, we're down to like 3.99 in volume, which is like yeah 10% of what it was this morning at the first 15 to 30 minutes. So it can't predict that. So when I've used it, I haven't ever used it at an opening session. A bunch of people have, though, that have commented on stuff about they use it at the opening range or at market open, and they've had really good results. But I just haven't done it because I don't think it can take the volume into account and understand it. Yeah, Jason, I would type my email in here, but it's weird. YouTube doesn't actually have the chat up for me. The only way I'm able to see your guys' chat is through OBS, where I'm streaming it through. And there's on OBS, there's no way for me to reply. Chat on YouTube still tells me that still got sorry, the live chat on YouTube still tells me it's unavailable. So yeah, Roman, I see your comments, but also you don't take into account I'm not trading every day. I don't trade 5 days a week. I watch it, but I don't take a trade every day. So I took 11 trades out of the whole entire day or the whole entire month, and 6 of them were wins and 5 were losses. So not every day was a losing day. There certainly were 6 winning days. I just happened to be on those winning days. So the strategy loses in the month of October. Yeah, if you try to trade it every single day, I would assume most strategies probably lose. Yeah, OBS is telling me that it's having connection issues, is what it's saying. So Roman, like, I don't know if you were in here when I was explaining, like, this is today's NQ break. So if I were to do this right here, you see the opening range is mapped out. It chops, it breaks up really big, fair value gap is created. In my head, I would like to think this is scaling up right here. I would like to think I would have entered right here. Even if I would have waited for the whole entire candle closure, and let's say I entered in like here, I would still, I mean, you could still be profitable. Not if you drag all the way. Well, yeah, actually, if you put right here and you went to 150, you can see if you waited for that to close with this fair value gap as well, you still in this scenario would have won. Um, I'm not saying that this is like, oh, look, we just happen to be on it. I was just looking at it. So I mean, in this scenario, you could have waited, boom, fair value gap. You would have really raked if you would have entered in like down here. But if I have the patience, and I don't always have the patience to wait for the second candle to close above the fair value gap and then go in, I mean, you would have won. You wouldn't even you maybe would have come close right here. Like I would have gotten nervous. I'm like, oh shit, is it gonna drop hard and tick me out? But I set the stop loss at the top of the zone of the break, and it kept going. Pengu, I mainly trade ES, NQ a little bit here and there, and then on the with Top Step, I like to trade gold using QuantCrawler right here. It's done all right. Toby, that would be really cool, but I don't know I don't know if you want to do that yet. It's still a work in progress. It's not nothing is perfect. Sorry, my wife texted me and asked if I'm okay because I wasn't replying to her, and I told her I went live for the first time on YouTube, so she doesn't know I've been not looking at I'm gonna be in trouble because of you guys. What about make it as a buy sell signal group on Discord or Zoom? I mean, create community for you. Yeah, Ahmed, I don't know how to I don't know how to create, like, I have Discord. I don't know how to build out full communities. I mean, I know how to get people there, but I don't know how to build all the channels and sub channels. I got to work on that. If you know of anybody, you can email me. I'd be happy to connect with anybody and see what the cost on something like that is. Might get hyper liquidated. Yeah. Yeah, you could put $1,000 in and make it, or you could put $1,000 in and tank it. So I don't know. It depends on if you want to risk it. But I just Toby, I would be more than happy to try something like that. I don't have the confidence in it yet that I would want to do that. If you would like to do that, we could talk. If you want to email me, I have a lot of proprietary stuff on it, so I just have to be a little bit careful with what I give out on it. And I know it sounds kind of stupid because it's just a GPT that's built on Chat GPT, but I have some stuff that I'm working on that I just want to keep private for just a little bit, and then I'll release the whole thing, and then I'll give everybody access to it. It's not ready for that yet. Let's vibe code it. Yeah, that'd be funny. Ahmed, yeah, I get Telegram. Too many Telegram scams. Yeah, 50 to $100. If you could take $50 and turn it into 100, or take 100 and turn it into 2, or even just make a 25% return, uh, it'd be something. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate everyone being here. It's about 11:30. I've been on here about 2 hours. I'm gonna go live for sure in the morning. for trading. We'll use QuantCrawler. We're going to use this exact combine account, and we're going to try to do it at market open. I have a couple more videos coming out today. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for making my first live on YouTube not painful. And I appreciate all of you. And I may hop back on for Asia Gold, and if I do, I will. I'll go live and we'll do it together. So appreciate you guys, and talk to you soon. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Oh, Jason, before I go, I see that right as I'm clicking stop stream. I see it, and I will email you back.